What's up everyone, Andrew Baena here, and on today's video we are taking a look at this absolutely visually striking guitar from Jackson. This is the Dave Davidson Warrior 7-string in Ferrari Yellow. Before we get on with the rest of this video, I have to give a massive thank you to Jackson for sending this guitar over to me, and to Sweetwater for sponsoring this video. If you're unfamiliar with Sweetwater, they are one of the largest online music retailers. They have been working with me for a number of years now. They are always a pleasure to work with. So after watching this video, if you want to pick up one of these guitars for yourself or pretty much any other piece of music gear you can possibly think of, be sure to use the link to Sweetwater in the description and the pinned comment below. That's an affiliate link, so anything you buy using that directly helps support my channel. And again, a big thank you to Sweetwater for working with me for so long. With that being said, you already heard how the Dave Davidson Warrior 7 sounds in a full demo mix in that intro clip there. That was an original song written by myself and my bandmate Johnny Chargulo. It's not officially out anywhere yet, but hey, if you liked it, let us know and maybe we'll finally finish it. And for the rest of this video, what I'm going to do is talk about the specs and features of this instrument, show you a few solo to tone clips, and of course, last but not least, give you my thoughts and opinions on this instrument. So starting off with the specs, like I mentioned earlier, this one in particular is this absolutely ridiculous Ferrari yellow finish. You can also get it in red, which also comes with a reverse headstock, but I have the yellow one right here. This is Jackson's iconic warrior shape, which is pretty aggressive looking, and I am a big fan after playing it for a few weeks. Starting off with the body, we have a Nayato body, no top wood this time around, a volume and a tone control, as well as a 3-way pickup selector. We have a Floyd Rose 1000 Series 7-string bridge. We have DiMarzio's Dave Davidson signature pickups, which are called the Occult Classics. A little added bonus feature of this guitar, I don't have them on right now, but this one does also come with strap locks included, which is a nice added touch. Moving on to the neck of the guitar, we have that matching Jackson headstock, aggressively pointy and looking very nice. No locking tuners this time around, just Jackson's own die-cast tuners, which I guess still left some of the stickers on, my bad. On the topic of the neck, we have a maple neck with a scarf joint to connect the headstock, as well as a neck through into the body. This is an oil finish, so it feels nice and natural, and then transitions to gloss right here for the body. Flipping the neck over, we have a maple fretboard as well with black shark fin inlays. And that pretty much does it for the specs and features of this instrument. The specs aren't anything too crazy this time around, but the body shape absolutely is. So next up, I'm going to play through a couple of soloed tone clips so you can hear how the guitar sounds outside of the context of a full demo mix. Let's do that right now. Okay, and then last but not least is to give you my thoughts and opinions on this instrument. Now, like I said, Jackson did send this guitar over to me, and this video is sponsored by Sweetwater. However, I always try to remain as unbiased as possible. So this is an Indonesian-made Jackson guitar from their Pro Series line. So it's coming in at a little bit higher of a price point, but that is mostly due to the fact that it includes you know, name brand pickups, the DiMarzios, and official Floyd Rose bridge. Also, obviously, the finish and body shape lends to being a little more expensive since this is a very large guitar. Anyways, for a guitar made in Indonesia, I feel like the quality is pretty good. I remember feeling the same way about my baritone Jackson Kelly from the same series in the background there, if you can see somewhere, I think. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Right there. But yeah, the overall construction and playability of this guitar, I feel like, is pretty nice. I was very pleasantly surprised with the DiMarzio Occult pickups. I have had DiMarzio pickups in a number of guitars, and they usually always sound good, but I've never tried these ones in particular. But yeah, I thought they sounded really good. I know they're not made in particular for like chuggy metalcore, deathcore stuff like what I play, but I thought that they still sounded absolutely awesome for that. Now, I am not much of a Floyd Rose or floating bridge in general player. However, I was pleasantly surprised with the Floyd Rose 1000 system on this. I was playing around with it for the leads there, which, you know, they were a little bit basic, but I did make sure to use it. And I felt that the tuning stability was actually really good. I didn't notice that I had to like drastically alter the fine tuners after every take or anything like that. So overall tuning stability, really good. Fret edges as well, very good. This is another feature that is very hit or miss depending on some import guitars. Sometimes you can get sharp fret ends, and that is very uncomfortable to play. And I'm happy that this one so far has no fret ends that are sharp. Feels nice across the board once again. The setup from factory was a little lower than I personally like, and I found that when I was picking some of the notes, especially on these two higher strings, they were actually almost like had no sustain at all. So I had to get my friend Eric to set up this guitar to be a little bit higher action so that it played better for my play style at least, but you know, no big deal. Most guitars need a setup when you get them anyways. If I was to be super nitpicky, the only thing I noticed, which I don't even think you're going to be able to see, is that there is a tiny bit of paint overspray down here on where the fretboard kind of meets the body. Like there's a couple of very small areas of this yellow paint that splashed up onto the fretboard. It's very not noticeable unless you're looking for it, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, that's a pretty minor concern that does not affect playability at all. And it seems to have only happened on the neck joint. The headstock is completely fine and looks super clean. I have said this for a number of videos now, but I'm getting a little bored of the Super Strat shape, and Jackson definitely helps to scratch that itch with the Warrior shape, the Kelly shape, other things like that. It's very cool to see more options for extended range and baritone players that are not just another Super Strat. So shout out to Jackson for making cool stuff like this. Okay, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. Once again, a massive thank you to Jackson for sending this guitar over to me. And if you want to pick one up for yourself or any other piece of music gear, be sure to use that Sweetwater link in the description and the pinned comment below. And of course, a massive thank you to them for sponsoring this video. Last but not least, if you're interested in getting guitar tabs, audio downloads, stems, or a shout out on the screen like these lovely people here, you can find all of that over on my Patreon page, which is also linked in the description below. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.